What up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. Look, right now we're going to talk about impact, making an impact. Impact. We're going to talk about it simply because we can't continue to make the mistake that quantity is the key component to making an impact. Now, quantity counts for a lot because quantity in some instances represents consistency. That means if you dropping a lot of work, or you putting in a lot of work, and whatever it is that you do, then that points to you being consistent. You are putting in the time. You in the lab. You getting it in whatever field that you participate in. But unfortunately, that's not always the end all be all. Meaning that there are people who you may not see them all the time. There are people who, I'll give you an example. You know, you have people who do a lot of talking. It's always yapping. They've got something to say about everything. Every situation, you got opinion on it. They act like they know everything about everything. Can't shut them up. But then you have those other people who, they rarely speak. But when they speak, you be like, whoa, he dropped the bomb on that one. You know, they weigh their words very carefully. They're very wise about when they interject and put their opinion on something or their advice on something, and it seems to carry more weight. It seems to have more of an impact when they're those types of people, because you have not worn people down with the constant yapping of your voice. And the unfortunate part about it is that even if a person is saying some good stuff, saying the right thing, man, he's saying the right thing, people will still kind of tune you out because you always there. So the saying goes, familiarity breeds contempt. Now, so you have to be really strategic and wise when you decide you want to jump in. It's like doing double dutch. You know, when somebody doing a little double dutch jump rope thing, you can't just run into the ropes. Anytime you see somebody doing double dutch, they kind of they get in the rhythm of the rope turn. They adjusting and lining their rhythm up so they can determine when they gonna jump in, so they can jump in and make it happen. And that's how we got to be in life. We got to pick our spots to determine when we're gonna jump in and make it happen, because timing is everything. And if we hop in at the wrong time, if we speak at the wrong time, if we move at the wrong time, then it may not have the impact that we are looking for. So you may see people in the music, even in the music industry, you'll see people say, well, you know what, this guy, and we have this argument. I've had this argument all the time. I said, well, man, this guy's the greatest. He's the best to ever do it. They said, well, man, he's only got 2 albums. He's only got 3, 4 albums. And he's been around 20, 25 years. You know, I'm one of the people who, I've always said, I can't give it to somebody who doesn't have the body of work, because like I said in the beginning, body of work does count. But I understand when people talk about the impact, because those 4 albums may have sold 50 million records combined. So it had an impact. They may have had some songs on those 4 albums, or spread throughout those 4 albums, that were classics, that changed the game, that may have changed the outlook of how people look at whatever, you know. So there is an impact that has to be taken into account. I'm just a person that feels like it's easier to do it when you take long breaks, because you can accumulate and build up and build up. But that's just in music, you know. But also in anything you do in life, it's not necessarily about how much of it you do. It's about the power of what you do and the timing of when you do it. So the argument can be had, because I'm speaking both sides. The argument can be had, and there's truth in both sides. I say do both to the best of your ability. I say make sure that what you do and say has an effect and has an impact, but try to have that impact more consistently, but find a way to walk the line between getting your points across or making your mark, but not wearing the people down, not beating the people down, because they'll tune you out and you will lose those very people. So think about that as we move forward. And people are gonna have their different opinions. And, it ain't my place. I don't argue with people's opinions. I just try to lay out different things that we can consider, or we may not have considered, and then I spread it all out on the table, and then I let other people just kind of sort through it and go, okay, I get that, I understand that, but it's kind of like, picture a guy playing ball, he in the championship, it's game 7, and he's taking 25 shots, and he only hit 4 out of the 25. This dude is 4 for 25 from the field. But the last shot he took, the last 2 shots he took, was a shot to tie the game and a shot to win the game. And he made both of them. So there are people in history that look at it and say, man, the dude shot 4 for 25. But what will be celebrated the most is the fact that the shots that he hit was big, impactful, game-winning, championship-winning shots. So when you shooting your shots, shoot them championship shots. Shoot winning shots when you shooting your shot in anything you're doing in life, and try to make that impact, man. I am a person who believes in being prolific in whatever it is that you do, but I also understand quality versus quantity. I understand that as well. So we got to kind of just walk the line and understand the balance and how to achieve both to the best of our ability. And I think that'll make us better. All right, man, it's your big brother K-Rino. Look, man, we'll be in San Antonio tonight. Come check us out, man. San Antonio, Texas, man. What's the name? I got the address in front of me. 800 Lexington Avenue. If you're in San Antonio and nearby, come check us out tonight, man. All right, one love. Peace.